thought it would be nice to have some thrash into this series. So we decided to interview Crossfire from Ireland. They recently got their first album out and we wanted to learn everything about how they got together, how did they lead up to this, and many, many more. Enjoy the interview. I would like to start with the interview always with ask you to introduce your band for our viewers, like people who have not heard of you before.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Dan from... Sorry, let me start that again. Sorry, I'm Dan. I'm from the thrash metal band Crossfire, and I'm joined by our bassist CJ.
How are you?
And yeah, Crossfire, we're a thrash metal band based in Dublin, Ireland. We've been going almost kind of 10 years now, but we've been properly going for the last while, and it's all leading up to the release of our debut album, Swi Teresa, which is coming out December 15th on Wormholedeath Records. Yeah, lovely. You have the album coming out. Can you tell me a little bit about this release? How did it came together and such?
Well, I think it's a few of the songs are songs that we wrote almost 10 years ago, and we've only gotten around to really getting proper recordings of them for the album now. So it is a bit of a weird one where you do have songs that we wrote over the last 10 years, all compiled into one. It's weird.
It's weird, but I think it works for us as well, as in, so it gives a load of I think for thrash as well, it gives a kind of a good bit of diversity in it. So there's a different blend of songs from kind of the shorter, snappier ones we were writing a long time ago, and then you go up to kind of longer songs we've written recently, up until our most recent, which is a 10.5-minute instrumental. So, but I don't think it means that is, and again, even ourselves, when we listen to the album now, people might not know so, but we can see our songwriting progression from different song to song. But I think it just means in a kind of a diverse listening experience from track to track to track. Yeah, so if you think of fans that have been following you from the beginning, where do they see a surprise in this release then? For me, I think it's a good question, but I think so. We've been going for a while, but it was really only, I think, in the kind of year or two before the pandemic when we really started to take it seriously, take it professionally, and we've had issues with recording before. And so, while we do have songs that are recorded, they really aren't the best representation of us whatsoever. And so it was a combination when we were picking the songs for the album. It was a combination of wanting to, of course, have the best 8 songs possible. So even if it's a song that we've been playing for a while, we wanted to do it justice, give it the proper kind of treatment. And we're also conscious of the fact as well that we're hoping with this album, we also want to cater to people who have been kind enough to support us here in Dublin, but we also want it to be the best 8 songs for people around Ireland, the UK, Europe and beyond who've never heard Crossfire before. So we want to put our best foot forward like that.
Yeah, it's because we'll be exposed to a completely new audience that we've never seen before, and we've never seen us before. So to them, it's all new,
Yeah. Okay. So where is your inspiration coming from? I was thinking when I was listening to the songs to hear a little bit of maybe some old Pantera, old Sentenced albums, maybe.
I mean, yeah, it all pretty much comes down to the main draw and influence is going to be late 80s thrash, and particularly kind of some, not quite progressive, but kind of more the longer songs, with kind of more kind of drawn out passages. So of course you have the likes of the And Justice for All and Rust in Peace from Metallica and Megadeth, but then also smaller bands like Hedon, Toxic, Zentrix, and then of course we all have our own influences. I've listened to a lot of prog metal. CJ listens to a load of early speed metal and Judas Priest. We're all, of course, being from Dublin, massive Tin Lizzy fans. So there's a bit of a melting pot, but yeah, it's definitely that kind of late 80s, early 90s thrash metal we're trying to bring to the forefront.
Yeah, 100% can't argue with that at all. That's exactly it.
Cool. I mean, the album opens with the title track, which you released as a single also. Can you tell me a little bit about this song?
Swi Teresa. Yeah, well, we wrote it. That was probably 2018, 2019, something like that. We wrote it. I actually can't remember. I think Kev wrote some of the riffs, and we didn't really know what we were doing with it. And I began to write lyrics about MK Ultra, which I thought was just a really interesting subject. So I think I ended up sitting on those lyrics for about 9 months, and I couldn't do anything with them. And it was just random bits and bobs here. And I just one day I just said, "Oh, enough's enough," and I sent it all over to Kev. And within 10 minutes, he had the guts of the lyrics put together and rearranged. And I've been staring at those lyrics for months, and I couldn't do anything with them. Kev, he just he's good at doing that.
I think musically as well, it's the most Crossfire song from the album. Like, I think we knew when we'd written it and when we started playing it that this is going to be the lead single. This is going to be kind of what we base the album off, because I think it has all of our bits. Like, it's not the longest song, it's not the shortest song, but I think the riffs are killer. There's a really cool middle section and solo. So I feel like all of our best bits are within that kind of 6.5, 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's fast as fuck as well, which is what you want.
Sure. Yeah, then I mean, if you look like to a bit slower song, I was thinking more of Turn to Stone a little bit, but it also has a bit of catchy vibes to it. Can you tell me a little bit about the story of this song?
Turn to Stone, I believe Kev wrote the lyrics, and I think he had the idea that he always wanted to do something about Greek mythology and the story of Medusa. And I don't think I'd heard the story properly, but then it was only when we were working on the lyric video for this, I really sat down and read the lyrics from start to finish. And I think it does do a good job of telling that story from start to finish. And it's nice to be able to do a bit of storytelling in the songs. Musically, of course, it is a bit of a black sheep on the album, but I still think it is very much us. It's just leaning a bit more into kind of those new wave of British heavy metal, speed and metal influence kind of things. And also, we wanted to write a song where people could sing along to. And I think before, if you're talking about songs like Swi Teresa, Book of the Dead is also on the album, people remember the riffs. Whereas this, the people who have her coming up and they're remembering it's the chorus, it's the backing vocals and harmonies that are sticking out, which is really cool. Again, when we talk about wanting an album that is, consistent, but also has a lot of diversity in there as well.
Which of the tracks do you think would work out best if you play them live?
For me personally, I love Book of the Dead. I don't know, I love the speed of it and the intensity of it. I don't know, every time we do play it, you do see a change in the crowd where they be standing there headbanging, and then you start playing that, and the whole room just starts going fucking nuts. And that's one of my favorites, just purely because of that. There's a lot of energy in that song.
I think Book of the Dead is one we always struggle to take out of the set list. When you're talking about the two singles, Switch and Turned, they both serve very different purposes, but they're both great in their own way. Like, I think the first time we played Switch, it was in the middle of the set. Then the second or third, it was the opener, and it's been the opener ever since. I don't think we've opened it anything differently. Like the album, and it works really well there. And then you have Turn to Stone kind of in the middle, a chance for people. It's not quite as fast. Give people a chance to relax maybe a little bit and sing along before hitting them with a 1-2 punch at the end of the set. So, they both work really well like that. They're both of them two of my favourite songs to play.
Yeah, I can imagine that Book of the Dead would really work live. Yeah, I wrote down. Yeah, like that song. Good. Most of the questions you were about the album you answered already, I think. So, where will we see you on the road? What are your plans?
The plans at the moment, it's all focused on, again, because recording this album was a challenge. The pandemic changed our plans from recording it in Italy to recording 99% of it almost like DIY, but all within Dublin, working with the label and Jonathan based in Italy over email and Skype to get it done. So it's been an incredible challenge, but very rewarding, and it's nearly done now. So all of our focus has been kind of getting that done and, again, promoting as much as we can. Now, obviously, next year, as well as kind of wanting to gig around Ireland, we are also hoping to, we've signed with Unearthed Music Management in the UK, so we're hoping to get back over to the UK. We haven't been since before the pandemic to play some shows there. And then after that, hopefully Europe and beyond.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a few gigs in Germany or in France and Holland and stuff like that. Mainland Europe, you know.
Mm.
Okay, nice. I hope you guys make it here. Would love to see it live someday.
Yeah.
We went on a band trip before. I think it was 2019. We were in Eindhoven once to see Toxic in
Toxic.
Dynamo, and I think
Dynamo,
yeah, and I think that's probably my favorite experience of seeing a band abroad. We also saw Ghost in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, yeah.
I think as well. So yeah, and anytime we've been, it's mostly been for a gig or something like that, and it's been good crack. So hopefully we'll be doing it ourselves soon.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Then I have one last question for you, and that's: do you have a Christmas wish or some wisdom to share with the world?
See, do you want to start?
I'm not having a clue. A Christmas wish or some wisdom. I don't know, Dan. I'll let you take this one.
My Christmas wish is for everybody to hopefully enjoy the album Swi Teresa and stream it lots and lots and buy a t-shirt so we can be riding around in our Aston Martins and Bentleys next year. But
there we go. Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Wisdom, I don't know, but I suppose I was only when I was looking back on kind of the journey of making this album. Like, I hope people... Yeah, if people are going to take any inspiration for it, and I don't know why they take inspiration from the four of us gobshites, but it's all about, I think, perseverance. As in, we've been doing this for a long time. We weren't doing it properly at first. We're doing it properly now, I think, and a lot of kind of obstacles have been thrown in our way. But so we still managed to get here, and this isn't the end of the journey either. So, but yeah, I'll be very satisfied to see Swi Teresa finally out and people enjoying it. No, I really can't wait. It's a good as Christmas present as any.
Oh, that's nice words. Yes. Okay. Well then, nothing left for me to say. Thank you for making the time to join me for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having us.
Great fun.